Welcome. We're back. The first official H3 podcast in person. Wow.
Yay.
The mask mandate has gone down yesterday. We are in the studio, maskless, vaccinated, vaccination. This is the first in-studio interview we've done in a year. Today's episode is sponsored by Canva and MeUndies. Of course, today we are very honored to have with us a special guest whose first ever on-camera interview or at-length interview. How would you describe it?
Any interview.
Either and all.
Yeah.
Bella Poarch, TikTok phenomenon, musician phenomenon, had recently your debut. This is an amazing detail, okay? Debut song, Build a Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Most viewed debut song in the history of YouTube. Did you know that, Hila?
What?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. The most.
Whoa.
I know. It's quite a. It's quite an accomplishment. Let's see here. I've got the stats. Number one on the global and U.S. YouTube video chart, biggest debut ever for a new artist with over 75 million views in the first day.
Wow.
The power of manifestation, eh?
Yeah.
Tell me about how you're feeling in life. Tell me about where you are in life. How are you doing?
I feel like this started last year, I was the happiest.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I think like removing like toxic people out of my life helped a lot. Like I stopped talking to people that I didn't like, and yeah, I think that made me feel better, and it helped like my manifestations. Like I have this rule when I'm manifesting something is that you don't tell other people your manifestations, and so that they don't put negative energy into it.
The evil eye, that's what we call it, or that's what the Israelis or the Middle Easterns call it. You know about the evil eye?
I've heard about it, yeah.
We should have got an evil eye for Bella. They have these eyes. It's like a hand like this with the eye.
Yeah, I've seen those
everywhere. It's meant to stop everyone hating. It's basically
I have one just because I always had it. I don't.
Oh yeah.
It's to stop the haters, essentially.
I don't super believe in it, but
isn't it crazy that even back like thousands of years ago, people were like, "Stop the haters, bro."
Yeah, talk to the hand.
Yeah, talk to the hand.
But that is so amazing. Oh my God, I'm still shocked from that. I mean,
yeah,
I feel like I kind of got to know you around the time that the song was coming out, so I almost feel like even more excited for you because I saw you going through the song coming out.
Yeah, I mean, you had dinner at our house right before it came out.
Yeah.
And you let us preview the video. And I think we were both like, oh, damn.
That's a hit.
This is a hit for sure.
Thank you.
Did you? So now that you've manifested, can you say what you tried to manifest? Or can you not talk about it anymore? Because it's like it's happened.
I can talk about it.
So tell me about what you manifested for yourself.
I just wanted my song to go well. I didn't really manifest, I want it to be like, like I want a certain view on YouTube or anything like that. I just wanted it to do well. Mm-hmm. And I wanted people to see that I can be a good artist. Like, because, people are like, oh, she's just a TikToker. It's just another TikToker song, And I feel like people think like TikTok is a cringe app and you can't really start a musical career from that app. But no, like you can actually start a music career anywhere. You just do it right and just put like your passion into it. It'll work out.
So if you go back to like, let's say when you were a kid, did you manifest back then? When did you first start manifesting?
I only started manifesting last year, actually.
Oh, I thought this was like a big part of who you are.
It's funny because I didn't know anything about manifestation. Beginning of last year, I downloaded TikTok. And the first video was manifestation talk or whatever.
Oh, no what?
Yeah, so that was my first video. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then it was basically a video talking about, oh, you should start manifesting. And this is
I better start manifesting. That should work for you fast.
Yeah.
So what is manifesting as you understand it?
It's basically just wishing or believing that what you want is going to happen. Yeah.
Do you is it more complicated, or is there like more steps or process? Like, do you have to like visualize it? Do you have to like is there a process to manifesting something?
Mine's very simple. I just write 3 things on like my I have a whiteboard in front of my bed, and I see it first thing in the morning and last thing before I go to bed at night. So it's just like 3 things. And when one of those 3 things are done, like if it came true, I just put another one in.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of a great idea though.
Yeah.
Because it's like keeps your mind focused on like these specific goals. Makes sense.
Yeah. That we kind of got to talk about it when we were just the 2 of us. And I was saying, like, I feel like my take on manifestation is that what it really is like focus. Like when you focus on something, you're going to get it done. If you're focused and you really want to do it, you can do it. So
also what's interesting too is like, I feel like a lot of times I'm working and I'm stuck in the motion stuff, but I don't really ever have like clearly defined goals. Which is what kind of helps you, like you said, focus. I'm gonna start manifesting, bro.
like I know for both of us, when we had this like idea of the podcast, we had such a clear idea. We knew exactly what we wanted. And same with Teddy Fresh. Like we had this exact visualized simple idea that was really easy to focus on. And then it just kind of happened.
So what like manifestations have you taken off the whiteboard, if I can ask?
Well,
The
being
first
signed
song.
to like the label. That
There you
was,
go.
like, one.
Boom, done. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then of course my first music video and my first song.
Anything TikTok related?
Yeah, I actually started manifesting, and then because of TikTok, and that's where I started doing like the 3 things, like the 3 manifestations.
How did you, by the way, speaking of your music video, before we move on too far from Build a Bitch, Sam, will you bring something in? We built something for you.
You built something?
Well,
Not built,
but we definitely
prepared.
made something. I mean, we made
Gosh.
something.
Aw.
I think you'll like it. Sam's going to bring it in, and you tell us how we did. Sam, thank you so
Okay.
much. Bella Poarch
What?
and Memory and
My
Alpaca in the
God.
outfit of Build a Bitch. Did we do good?
This is so cool. What the? Wait, how?
Alfredo is jealous.
Sam made that
Literally
by hand.
Exactly like what I was wearing on the music video.
I know.
Yeah, Sam.
But I
Sam
love it.
did that by hand.
I'm definitely like framing this. I'm not even.
Yeah. I'm
This-
glad we did good.
This doesn't go in like my other alpaca
This is a
collection. This is like
beyond.
a special. This is a very special.
Dude, yes. I'm so happy we did
Yay.
I love it.
this. Awesome.
Thank you guys.
By the way, you know, people may not know, Hila was almost in Build a Bitch.
I know, yes.
He almost made the cut.
Yeah.
You're
That
almost,
was like-
you were almost a Build a Bitch. Or would
A
you
bitch?
she be a Build a Bitch? Yeah, you'd be a Build Bitch with peace and love.
Yeah, I feel like it was just kind of like unfortunate that we almost like, we just got to know each other. We didn't even meet yet in person. And you asked me if I could come, and then I really wanted to, but it was so hard. It was like a Saturday when we were alone with Theodore, and I
Yeah.
would have had to like kind of leave you alone for the whole day. And lately, Theodore is a lot,
Oh, yeah.
so it didn't work out. But maybe in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
The next one? I would look good in those tights, too. You know, what was your... So you wrote that song, Build a Bitch. What was kind of like, is that something you felt a lot of pressure of people, like the expectation for you to be a certain way?
Yeah, I always grew up getting like bullied from like in school. I grew up getting bullied, and I was always made fun of the way I looked. So
Why?
That's so hard to
yeah,
believe.
so no, because my natural hair is really curly. These are-
Really? Well, people make fun of you for having curly hair. I didn't realize that was
so
I'd
I
be
grew up in
murdered
the
if that was.
Philippines.
Oh, because everyone has straight hair and everyone.
Yeah, so like the standards over there is like different. Like it's
Wow.
you have to have like really pale skin and like straight hair, and yeah, so it's very different. And I got bullied because of my hair.
I didn't know that you could get bullied
Yeah.
for having curly hair. Like I said, I'd be murdered.
Yeah. So
You ever think about letting your curly hair go?
a few times I did a TikTok with like my natural curly hair, and people were like, "Oh wow, you should leave it that way." But I'm like, it's just so hard to like maintain it. Like
It is.
you have
It's
to
so
put a
hard.
lot of products.
Yeah.
And like me putting on this pigtail every day is so much easier than like yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I hate having curly hair personally. It's such a pain in the ass.
Because
But-
you can have a good day, but when you don't, it's like, what do you
Yeah.
do with the hair?
I feel like I'd have more bad hair days when I just let my curls go.
So what was it like for you? I mean, I want to ask you about like kind of your upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And then so first of all, what was growing up in the Philippines like for you?
It was very different because I grew up in the farm
Mm-hmm.
and I took care of like farm animals, goats, sheep, cows. We had plenty, and chickens. I also grew up with like a lot of dogs and cats.
Oh, really?
Wow.
There's like over 20.
So was that like, was that what your parents did for work? Is they like farmers?
No, I think my stepdad just loved animals.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah, so he bought like a huge land and decided to build a house in the middle of that land and decided to just start
Wow.
getting farm
what-
animals.
How long did you live in the Philippines before you left?
I left when I was like 14, going on
Oh, wow,
my 15th
okay.
birthday. Yeah. So I was still in my teenage years.
So you live with your stepdad, you said,
Mm-hmm.
and your mom?
Yeah. So I was adopted when I was 3. Before I was adopted, I was actually living with my grandma, and it was like in the slums. Like we were very poor. So yeah.
So you grew up kind of in a poor, especially poor place
Yeah.
in the Philippines with your grandma. Did you ever know your biological parents?
No. And I feel like I'm scared to know, and I don't want to know because I feel like meeting them would be just really awkward.
Do you?
I always wonder about that. Some people, I guess, choose to like go and look for their biological parents, but yeah, it seems like I don't know if I would want to do that.
Yes, I'm sure the emotion is so complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't empathize, but I'm sure that. Do you think about them ever, or is that something that's kind of you don't even think about on a day-to-day basis? Like,
Yeah, I don't really think about it. Yeah, because I was really young. I don't even remember if I saw them or yeah.
so, do you remember like your grandma? Do you talk to your grandma still back in the
Yeah.
Philippines?
She actually passed away
Oh, I'm sorry.
last year. So, but yeah, I used to talk to her. Super sweet.
So you live with your grandma, and then you were adopted. You live with this family on the farm, and you lived there till you were 13. And
14.
so, or 14?
Yeah.
Tell me about I'm just curious. You worked on a farm. Like, what was your
Yeah,
daily schedule?
It was very hard actually because I have to wake up at 4 a.m. in the
Dude.
morning.
4 a.m.?
Yeah.
I do. Oh, my
Actually, 4 a.m. would be late. Sometimes I have to wake up at 3 if I want to get to school in time because in the Philippines, school starts at like 6:30.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah. So I have to be able to finish all the chores. So I'd be sweeping the yard, like picking up dog shit.
tons of dog shit. by the
Yeah,
sound of it.
I'd be cleaning up the cat house because we had a cat house, and I'd be sweeping goat poop in the goat pen. And
Just a lot of cleaning up shit.
yeah, and I have to clean up real good because if I don't, then my stepdad would get mad at me, and he'd be like, "Oh, you're not eating breakfast if you don't get this done."
Wow.
So yeah,
That sounds like I think bordering on abusive.
yeah. I didn't actually realize that until I got to the States that I was going through that. To me, it was normal, and yeah, it was.
So you would wake
hard.
up at 3 a.m., clean a bunch of shit, and then like, how would your stepdad decide if you did a good job or not?
He usually just checks the yard, and
You just see if there's
if he
shit.
sees like a poop in the ground,
You don't
I'm
eat
like,
breakfast.
Yeah, sometimes I don't eat breakfast. Sometimes he just like slap me or I don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And your stepmom, was she like protective of you, or was she also?
She wasn't really like abusive, but she was. I felt like she could have, said something about it. Yeah, but she was very silent about it.
Jeez.
And like my nickname was like stupid bitch growing up. Yeah, that was my nickname. And
At home?
it's hard because in the Philippines, like whatever happens in your neighbor's like house, you have to mind your own business. Like it's none of your business. So it's hard when I tell people like what's going on in the house and nobody seems to give a shit.
So
in
you
school.
tried asking for help from people.
Yeah, in
but
school, and then I realized like nobody gives a shit. Like I went to school one time with a swollen hand on my right hand, and it was like bleeding, and I tried to like stop the bleeding before I got to school, but it was really bad. And my teacher was asking me why am I so like slow at writing that day because.
Like,
and I
hello?
told her, yeah, my hands are swollen and I can't write with my right hand, so I had to write with my left hand, and she was just like, oh, okay, just hurry the fuck up. And I'm like, okay, like nobody gives a shit.
No questions asked.
So, yeah.
So the culture there is very much mind your business.
Yeah.
Don't get involved in other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa. So did you have like siblings on the growing up there?
Yeah.
Were they also getting the same treatment?
No, my two sisters, they're treated way differently.
You have two sisters.
Yeah, older sisters. I'm the youngest, and I also have an older brother, which he's here right now. You guys met him.
Was he or well, I won't involve him. Your two older sisters were like not treated the same way?
Yeah, they had like a special treatment. They didn't really had to clean poop like that. All they did was really like maybe clean up inside the house, but they never actually cleaned outside that much.
Why is that? Why do you think they targeted you? Does that fuck with your head?
I don't know. I always thought maybe because me and my brother were like the younger siblings, so we were
Your
doing
brother
like
got
the dirty work too, you know?
Your brother got the treatment too?
Yeah. That's why we're like super close.
It's like Cinderella, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how my brother was.
And you're literally like Cinderella.
Yeah. It's pretty tough.
So it was like that the whole time growing up in the Philippines. Did you resent your siblings who were like treated well?
I always thought it wasn't fair, but I mean, I couldn't really do anything about it. They were also like bullying me, and
Bro, what the hell?
yeah,
Golly.
they always got
That
like
is
the
rough.
nice things, and I would get like the handover, like here's my old bag, or like, yeah, and that's also why I got bullied in school, because I would go to school with like holes in my shoes and like
People make
God.
fun of you
Yeah.
because you're getting treated like shit at home.
yeah.
What a
And,
world.
one time I got so embarrassed because my stepdad decided that my brother and I shouldn't be showering before we go to school. We should shower at night. So cleaning up like poop
Oh.
and
yeah.
shit like that, of course I'm gonna like smell, but I ask him like, can we shower in the morning instead? And he's like, no, you don't have
Oh my
time for that.
God.
Yeah, do your work, eat breakfast, go to school.
What's wrong with
So-
him? You ever think about that? Like, what is wrong with him? It sounds like he's a deeply disturbed person.
He recently said that he was diagnosed with PTSD because he was in the army
Okay.
for like 20 years, and that was his excuse. But I felt like, I don't know, I felt like, I mean, I have PTSD and I don't go around and hurt people, you know, or take advantage of like people. So
Is there some part of you now that you've become successful where you're like, fuck these people, bro? Like they treated me like shit. Now I bet they fucking wish that they were good to me. There's got to be like a
Yeah.
little taste of like, fuck them.
yeah, so they've been like reaching out to me and like, oh, we should
Yeah.
hang soon or meet. And it's funny because they think that when I go and meet them, they think I'll change my mind and be like, oh yeah, like,
All good.
yeah,
Nice
all
to
good.
see you.
Yeah, it's very hard for them to accept what happened in the past. Like they can't accept it.
You think in their minds they are like, oh, wasn't that bad?
Yeah, and the way they apologize to me is like, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
Oh, the work.
The worst
And
one.
It was that made me feel so angry, and I'm like, why would you say something like that? Like, yeah,
So why would they? I'm just confused. Like they adopted you. It's almost like they adopted you just to like have a little servant. Did you ever feel like that? It's like,
I
we
mean,
got this person to work the farm and
it
do the bare
didn't-
minimum.
Yeah, actually, the abuse didn't start when they adopted me. Like, it was good for like up until I was 6.
Oh.
Yeah, and when I was 7, that's when it started. When like we got all the animals in the farm, basically. But before that, my life was normal. Like I was still like given like a good treatment. Like we would go to the mall and spend time like a family. But I don't know, everything started changing once we started getting like farm animals, once we started planting trees. I don't know, but that
you ever
was
think about why? Like why would all of a sudden
I felt like he
what is
was
that?
just waiting for that moment to like buy a big like land, build like a house and have a farm. And I feel like he was just waiting for that moment to like be that person.
Did he do any work on the farm?
He sits in his room like 6 days a week. But yeah, like he would only come out of his room for like an hour in the weekend.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
God.
So deeply withdrawn.
And yeah, if he went out, it means he's checking like me and my brother's work. So we would be responsible for like cutting the grass by hand.
By hand?
Yeah, by hand.
Oh, that's just
And sometimes
Yeah.
the grass would be like taller than me because back then I was like 7.
yeah.
And I don't know, I was always scared of snakes, but me and my brother would just cut the grass. Like
Just with like
a
shears?
sickle.
Oh, a sickle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not many
Yeah.
people here have sickle experience. That is kind of
Yeah, I
badass.
used to play with it too and machetes.
Whoa. What is your dad doing in his room all day? Do you
He's stuck with his computer. I don't really know what he does in the computer a lot, but yeah.
just on the computer all day?
Yeah. In
The
an
hell?
AC. It'd be super hot in the Philippines. Like it would be like 95 degrees outside.
So he's hoarding the AC?
And- yeah.
Mother.
It's his room was the only place in the house that had AC.
Oh my God.
There was
Is
like
it?
7 rooms, and that was the only room that had AC.
Is it a very misogynistic culture as back then growing up, or was it just he was a dick?
I don't know. I still don't know why he acted that way, but I felt like he just put his anger out to like me and my brother, and
So so it sounds like just a horrible, I mean, that sounds really horrible. And then so you're spending your time year after year with this family. And then at 14, what happens? How do you escape that situation?
yeah. So my stepdad had to get bypass surgery, and there was nobody in the Philippines that was willing to do it, and so he had to fly over to Texas to get it done. And after that, when he got the bypass surgery, the doctor told him that he can't go back to the Philippines because it'll be bad for him. He'll have like health problems, and there wouldn't be doctors to take care of him when complications happen. And during that time when he was gone, I was like so fucking happy.
Wow.
Yeah, like
How long was he gone
it
for?
was months, like 3 months.
And so when he's gone, were you still picking up dog shit, or were you like, fuck
Yeah,
the
and I
earth?
was still responsible.
There you go.
But I,
You could shower in the morning.
yeah,
Tell me about the experience of him being gone.
it was fun. I get to watch TV. I get to sit in the couch because I wasn't allowed to sit in the couch. Yeah. So me and my brother would be watching movies, and we would be sitting in the floor.
Oh, you were not allowed to even sit on the couch,
Yeah.
even if there was space on the couch.
Yeah, the couch would be empty, and
And your siblings were allowed to sit on the couch.
yeah, they could
That
do
is
whatever the fuck they
so
want. But
So weird.
yeah,
So it's just you and your
Weird,
brother were
man.
like,
That is second class.
second class in the house.
yeah. And so I was happy because I get to like watch TV and
Felt like a normal human being.
yeah, and I couldn't even in the house. There was this rule where you can't speak our native language, so we were only allowed to speak English so that my stepdad would understand every single thing we're talking about.
Wait, your stepdad doesn't speak the native language?
No, he's white.
Oh, he's American.
Yeah, he's American.
I didn't understand that detail.
Yeah,
So your stepdad is an American living in the Philippines.
yeah. He decided to retire in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And the wife? The mom?
I think they met in Saudi Arabia when he was stationed there.
Oh.
So your stepmom is
Filipino.
Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they met when he was serving, and then he moved to the Philippines to be with her. They don't have any biological children?
No.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a really. Every time I tell this,
Sorry, but it's
me and
just
my brother,
wild.
me and my brother were talking about it, but like this is like a fucking book. Like we
Yeah.
could
It
literally.
is unbelievable. You are literally Cinderella.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy the
crazy.
parallels to Cinderella. They have the older siblings who get all the good treatment. And then you have the younger sibling who sits in the basement, has to clean, gets all the shitty clothes. It's literally Cinderella. And then you leave the fucking coop. You get the glass slippers and all that shit.
I know, it's crazy.
What the hell?
Yeah.
So your dad or your stepdad, who's American, he's gravely ill. He goes back to America for surgery. And the doctor's like, you can't go back? And so he stays there? Is he still here?
Oh yeah.
So what's going on back in the Philippines?
My two sisters just live there now.
And your stepmom?
She's.
So he just abandoned his family? Is it like that?
No, it's not abandoned. Like they still like take care, like send money over there to have the house taken care of. And
Wait, who
stuff like
sends
that.
money?
My step parents.
Oh, so, okay, your step-parents are here.
Yeah, because my
Okay.
two sisters are living in the Philippines.
Got it.
And
What is their relationship like, your step-parents?
what's their like?
Yeah, do they love
together,
each
like,
other? Or are they...
I think they do. They do love each other. Like they rarely fought.
Are they like psychos? I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah,
I don't know what to
I-
say, but
I
like, how
don't
would you
know.
describe them?
I don't know. They seemed close when I was growing up, and I was going through like abuse. They seemed really close. But
Do you
I
think they
mean,
bonded over like treating you guys like shit?
I don't think so. I feel like she was just scared to speak up because she didn't work or anything. So he made all the money, you know, and I mean he was retired, so
What does he
he
do
had
for
like
a living?
retirement
Or what was
payment
his
and
work?
stuff like that. No, he was getting retirement.
Oh, he was like a ex-serviceman on a pension? Got it.
Yeah, he served like 20 years, so he did like the full years. And
Okay, so interesting. So they moved back to the States. You're 14. You're like, this is amazing. I feel like a normal human being. So what happens next?
he said that he has to take the family to the States.
Oh,
my
so
stepdad.
he brought you and your brother. Just you two.
Yeah, because my two older sisters were too old too.
What do you mean he has to?
Because he's gonna be alone if he doesn't, and he's responsible for us still. Like
Okay, so legally, because he adopted you guys and
Yeah.
you're too young, he has to bring you guys.
yeah. And my older sisters, you have to be 18, I think, at the time to be sent to the States, like to immigrate. So my sisters were too old for that.
Wow. So you and your brother come over and then you're living with your step-parents again. And where are you guys living?
First we went to San Francisco, lived with my aunt,
But
and
you didn't even live with them.
what?
You did not live with your step-parents?
Oh, we were living with them.
At your aunt's house.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I liked it because he couldn't touch me or my brother because my
water people.
aunt was there. And
It wasn't the same
Yeah.
situation.
yeah,
People in America, the culture is different. They care about,
Yeah.
or they don't mind getting involved if they see a child being abused.
yeah, but like my aunt would notice that we were like robots. Like we would literally sit like this and not talk. It was only like yes, sir, yes. or
Wow,
like
so
no,
strict.
or yeah. So we were always scared around him, and I would always flinch whenever he's
And
around.
this is your dad's sister, your mom, or your dad's sister.
It's like I call her aunt, but it's in the Philippines. If your mom is cousins with like, it's like a cousin.
Okay,
like-
so your dad's cousin.
No, my mom. Like,
Oh, your mom?
yeah,
Because Your
mom's
mom is
side.
Filipino, but she has a relative in San Francisco?
Yeah, she's also
interesting.
Filipino.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So did your aunt at any point ever be like hit up your dad? Like, what is going on here?
No. Well, she's Filipino, so they're like,
Oh, so it wasn't the American, like,
yeah, it wasn't the American way.
but did she ever
of
talk
doing
to you
things.
guys? Like, what's going on?
No.
Hmm.
Yeah, she just kind of like,
Did any adult ever intervene and ask, like, are you guys okay? What's going on here?
no, not really.
Wow.
When I was living in Texas, the neighbors would like hear like my stepdad yelling at me and stuff like that, and they would just hear that almost every day. And I would be taking out the trash, and the lady would just be like, "Just let me know when you need, when you need someone to
They
talk
were
to."
worried about you.
Yeah, they were worried. So yeah, that was like, I think that was the first time I felt.
How did that feel to
someone
be
cared.
acknowledged by someone, even in that small way?
I was very like emotional about it because I'm like, wow, someone actually cared here.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
And did you ever like go to her, or was it just the acknowledgement?
I was scared to like reach out to people. Yeah, I still had that mindset like, I'm scared he might like, I don't know, do something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of typical in an abusive relationship, right?
Yeah, and you just basically just learn to deal with it until you get the opportunity to leave. And yeah, I was just waiting.
So you were in San Francisco. You moved there. So when did yeah, tell me.
so San Francisco for a few months. It was like 2 months. And then I went to Fresno, and that's where I went to high school. Yeah, and that's where I graduated too.
So you spent your whole high school years in Fresno?
It was like a year.
Oh, just a year?
Yeah.
And how was that?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good. I mean, I was a loner. I had one friend. And so I graduated when I was 16. And I was like 15 at the time when I was going to like my senior year. And so people would always ask me like, are you in this class? Like you look really like, are you sure you're not a sophomore or freshman? And I'm like, no, this is my class. Like I'm a senior. And yeah.
Because you look younger.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, I liked it because it was a way, like school. I always liked school because it was a way of me not being at home.
Yeah.
And it was like an escape.
Was there a culture shock?
Yeah, definitely a culture shock.
Well, because you described the home life in the Philippines where you're not allowed to sit on the couch. You're not allowed to watch movies. I'm sure you didn't do a lot of things. You probably didn't go like what's some notable things that you could do in the United States that you weren't allowed to do or didn't have access to in the Philippines?
I mean, even in the States, I wasn't allowed to like hang out or go out or anything like that. But I mean, he changed a few rules like, oh yeah, you can sit on the couch now. Like,
Wow, what a generous,
yeah.
what a generous.
But I wasn't,
upbringing.
I was basically not allowed to go hang out with friends after school or anything like that. I never went to the mall.
You go to a movie theater. You go to like out to eat.
Yeah, with my brother when we were out looking for like jobs or something. That was me and his time to go hang out.
You never went to like a roller skate or an arcade or
No.
out with friends.
No, that never. Like I never had a childhood, basically.
Damn, that is just.
Yeah, and that's why like my managers like Ariana and Daddy, they're like, wow, there's so many things you haven't done, and yeah, they're just like taking me to like these places and experiencing new things.
For the first time.
Well, when you came over to eat, like a month ago, I don't remember, but you had never had Italian food.
Yeah, I mean, I never had real Italian food.
Okay, real.
Yeah.
Well, you said you'd had pizza. You were asking if pizza's Italian food.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, technically it is.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was really good. We had to get him again for another.
Oh, you used him
time.
again?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that guy's awesome. Okay, listen, I'm going to throw it to a quick break and we'll pick up right where we are when we come right back. I love Canva Pro. It's an easy to use design platform that has everything you need to design like a pro. Whether you're a professional designer or just getting started, Canva Pro can help boost you and your team's productivity and creativity. It's quick, easy, and affordable way to design whatever you need. No matter what you're creating and sharing, Canva Pro has everything you need in one place, including over 75 million premium photos, videos, audios, and graphics. Plus, Canva Pro comes with time-saving tools that simplify and speed up the creative process. You get it all in one place with the Canva Pro subscription. Here's what I love about the Canva Pro. It's like for photo editing, but they include all these tools of the photos and the videos and the audio. Templates. So it's like, you don't really need to be a pro to get this professional looking product. It's very easy and it's great if you're trying to make any kind of image, you know. AB, you've used it. What do you like to use it for?
Oh, I love Canva. I use it for the behind the scenes thumbnails. I've used it for Instagram posts. And like you said, it's really quick and easy to use. The app is awesome as well.
Does it make you feel like a pro?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm in the big leagues when I'm using Canva.
That's right. What's your favorite feature?
I like that it already has templates built in, and you could swap them out and see different styles real easily.
It's like you're in the future. Can you control it with your mind?
No, but
working on that.
Working on it, yeah. We're getting there.
Look, there's no idea too big or too small for Canva Pro. Design like a pro with Canva Pro. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use my promo code. So go to canva.com/H3 to get your free 45-day extended trial. That's canva.me/H3, canva.me/H3. MeUndies changed my life. I'm just telling you right now, Hila's pregnant, and I can say MeUndies did that. And let me explain. Because traditional underwear just doesn't give the respect that my privates deserve.
Really?
The air to breathe, but also the support. I think it helped. I think it makes a difference. And I'm fat. I'm girthy. So
So it's not the fertility treatments.
No, it's the underwear for sure. Well, you know, MeUndies is my fertility treatment. You do yours, I do mine. But you know, I'm fat too, so I'm always pulling my underwear to the max. That's why I like MeUndies, because it's soft, it's flexible, it's breathable. You know, summer's coming in hot, and MeUndies, it's breathable, it's soft, and you can soak up the sun and that sweat coming from your crotch. With a mix of classic colors and adventurous prints, it's perfect for summer. Express yourself in your own way, because MeUndies believes that comfort is about more than what's touching your skin. It's about feeling comfortable in your skin, Hila. Yeah, honestly, I started wearing MeUndies. I didn't know about them until about a year or two ago. And that's it, bro. It's just... Oh, have they been for 4? I lose track of time. They've been a sponsor for 4 years?
A year or two ago.
Golly, I didn't realize we were doing the show for so long. Well, the day they walked into my life is the day that all the other underwear walked out of my life. It's designed to be the softest thing you've ever worn. MeUndies are energized by creativity and made for self-expression. And it's available in all sizes from extra small to 4XL. Hook me up with that 4XL, please. MeUndies has countless styles and prints to choose from, so your buns can always have fun. And MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchase, you get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has their problem-free philosophy. If you're not 100% satisfied with any of their products for any reason at all, you get a refund. You get an exchange. Are they going to ask any questions of you? No, they wouldn't dream of it. No questions asked, no caveats. So, to get 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/H3. That's MeUndies.com/H3. Welcome back. Thank you all. Thank you, Bella. So when did you move to Texas?
After I graduated from high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you went with your family again?
Yeah.
Why is he moving around so much?
I don't really know, to be honest. I couldn't really ask any questions. So like I said, it was only like yes, no, and if you have a reason, don't say anything. Like, yeah.
Crazy.
I can't really, I never actually had a genuine conversation with him or any conversation.
Even to this day?
Yeah. I mean, I tried So when I first had my therapist and I talked to her about everything, she told me, "Oh, you should talk to your stepdad and see what he tells you. Like, tell him everything how you felt about your childhood and stuff like that." And I did, and all he said was, "Good luck."
That's all. That was his response.
That was his response.
Good luck. What does he mean by that? Even
because I told him like, "Oh, like I have PTSD and like I'm so depressed and I'm still traumatized about everything that happened when I was like a kid, and I just wish you know that." And because he never apologized about it.
You said good luck.
Yeah.
What the hell does that
I
even
just
mean?
told him how I felt, and he said, "Good luck." It's like, okay. Good
Are you
luck.
glad you told him, or are you like, I wish I didn't even do that?
I'm glad that I told him because I felt like it. Because I was keeping it inside. Like I never actually talked to him before, and and it wasn't even like talking to him. It was a message. I messaged him on Facebook because I don't even want to talk to him because
Okay, so this happened probably when you were already on your own.
I was in the Navy. Yeah.
And he just said good luck.
Yeah, he said good luck.
What does that mean? What do you think he means by that?
I have no idea. It just shows that he doesn't give a shit.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I wonder, God, he must have had, usually when people are abusive like that, they had, a fucked up upbringing too. I wonder if he was just like, it was almost like good luck. I had to fucking deal with it. So now you have to.
He never really mentioned anything about his life.
Yeah, I was wondering if you ever had any insight into him at all during your time living with him to understand him, why he did all this shit he did.
Yeah, it was hard because he wasn't even close to like his relatives or anything. Like, I only met one person from his family, and it was his cousin, I think. But yeah, he wasn't really close to any of his family.
Golly.
Yeah, so it was. I never really felt a connection when I'm growing up, and every time like I see kids with their parents and like I get so emotional because it makes me so sad. I'm like, I never had that.
Yeah.
And I'm getting emotional.
I mean, that must be so weird to grow up like that without having any connection at home.
Yeah.
No, like, safe space for you.
Did you feel like you had a safe space growing up at all?
I mean, no, not really. Like my room, I wasn't even allowed in my room up until it's like after I do all my chores.
Why did he do this? God, it's just so cruel.
I don't know. I don't even know how someone could do that.
And there's no like checkups because you guys were adopted. There's no one that comes and checks on if the conditions are good.
It's kind of sad because in the Philippines, there's like no, what was it here? Child
protective.
Yeah, they don't really have that. Yeah, so.
Just good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
I wish they had that. And still, it's 2021 and if they still don't have that. And it'll help so much if they had something like that because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of abuse going on in a lot of
I've never even honestly heard anything like that in my life. Just like the psychological abuse of not allowing you to sit on a couch or be in your room. It's just like,
or do anything that a normal kid does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's amazing everything you've accomplished despite all that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So when you were in Texas, and then at what point did you say, fuck this? I know you joined the Army. Was that to get away from the situation with your dad?
So my brother decided to join the Navy, and that he was like, so when you join the military, you have to wait like a certain time to get into it.
What do you mean?
So there's like a waiting time. So you enlist and they're like, okay, so in 3 months you leave.
Got it.
Called.
So when we were in Texas, he was basically just waiting for his
And did your
time.
stepdad
And
know that he had enrolled? And was he
Yeah.
trying to get him to stop, or was he fine with it?
No, he was fine with it. Yeah. And So me, of course, I didn't know what else I would do except for college or join the military.
Mhm.
So yeah, I decided to join the Navy. And yeah, at first I was scared, but I was like, this is like the only way. This is my only way out.
Mm.
And I have to do it.
And your stepdad, your stepmom they didn't care. They're like, that this is a good path for you.
Funny, because the day I left for boot camp, my parents couldn't even drive me to the
Wow.
yeah. The last words from my stepdad was, "Don't ever come back here. This is not your home."
Really?
Yeah. And so he said, if you fail boot camp, you're not coming back here. Yeah. So he just basically said,
And your stepmom
Bye.
co-signed that. She was like, all good.
I think she didn't really said goodbye to me. I don't know if she was sad or something, but she was just like, okay. Yeah. But
That is just so cruel. But I can see you probably don't even consider them your family, really. Just like these weird people that you lived
Yeah.
with growing up.
yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, and like
Did that hurt? Or were you like, fuck these people?
that hurt. Yeah, it definitely hurt. Cause I was still like thinking like maybe they'll change, But now I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But back when I was younger, I still had a thought in my mind like maybe they'll change. Maybe they'll love me as a daughter. Cause yeah.
Ugh, that hurts my heart.
Yeah.
Did you always feel like you weren't doing something right? So like they weren't loving you because
I mean, I don't know. Like I was a kid, so
yeah.
I don't really understand everything. Yeah.
What a fucking douche. God, that is just so cruel, man. So you were like taking like an Uber or something or getting a ride with somebody?
It was my recruiter who.
Your
drove me.
recruiter had to come and pick you up? And he
Yeah.
told you that on the way out?
Yeah. While my recruiter was waiting outside.
And were you like crying on the way there or were you just like processing it?
Yeah, I was emotional, but I was quiet.
God, what? And then the chutzpah of these guys. So who reached out to you now? Like, hey, let's get together, daughter.
They both did, but
Your dad. So your stepdad, who you've never talked to, reached out to you.
yeah. So he doesn't like talk to me, but she was like, oh yeah, he said that he wants to meet you, and yeah, we both miss you.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah.
And so, what are your thoughts? Like, when did they message you? I'm curious. Like, when in your career path did they decide, like, oh, we want to reunite now?
So when I was in the Navy, like I didn't really talk to them,
Mm-hmm.
but I was still being nice, like I would say hi to them once in a while,
Mm-hmm.
and that was about it. But I think the start of like my TikTok like fame, the starting of that's when they actually wanted to like see me and stuff.
And
But-
so did you feel like at the time, like, oh, they're obviously just reaching out to me because they know I'm making money?
I feel like that. Yeah.
And what was your thought when you got that message from them? Like, what did you feel?
Well, I go through therapy like a lot. And, my doctors just basically tell me like, if it feels right, then go meet them. But if you're still scared, then don't, because that would be bad,
Mhm.
I feel like I'm still scared to meet them. Like
I mean, they don't
feel-
deserve any. In my opinion, I'm not a therapist, but they don't deserve shit from you. Now they want your affection, bro. I mean, fuck them forever.
Yeah, and it's just hard because I'm never close to them, and now that they're like, reaching out and be like, oh, let's hang, like
And it's obvious just because they probably want something from you.
maybe, yeah, but
Shredder doesn't like
Shredder.
your stepdad either. Shredder is growling.
Oh.
Oh my God. And so do they keep reaching out to you? Because you said at the beginning, you've got more and more successful. You've got now this super hit, mega hit music video. Do you keep hearing from them?
I don't respond to them.
Yeah. But they keep reaching out?
He doesn't, but she does. But yeah.
Just saying she misses you and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Kind of.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't really mean to me growing up, but she did call me stupid bitch as a nickname. So
And she didn't do anything to protect you.
yeah, she also didn't protect me. It's just so embarrassing because I'd be outside and it would be in public and I don't know where they would just call me stupid bitch. Come up.
In English?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like some Filipino word that translated. They literally just called you stupid bitch.
Yes.
Did they call your brother or any of the other siblings anything like that?
They called him the F word. I don't want to say it, but it's the
Oh, like a gay slur?
yeah.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. These people are
Yeah.
so...
So that was his nickname, and this was my
And
nickname.
your two older siblings, no demeaning nickname.
They got called
Princess.
by their names.
Their names.
Yeah, it was different for them.
When did you start doing therapy?
In the Navy.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of people realize that I don't talk or anything, so they're like, "There's
People got concerned about
something wrong with her," and I'm very anxious, and like I flinch every time like someone tries to grab something from a cabinet. I would literally like,
Wow.
So
Yeah.
so your stepdad was hitting you quite a bit if you're flinching away from people
yeah,
reaching to stuff.
he was hitting me a lot. Yeah.
And so now you're in the Navy and people are like, this girl is struggling socially. And they put you in some kind of Navy therapy?
Yeah, it was a Navy doctor, so they get to talk to you about, anything that's
Was your doctor
bothering you.
shocked when you're like that must have been like, well, you said, what happened to you?
Yeah, they always feel very sorry for me. Like they're like, I'm sorry you have to go through that. Like, it's.
And what was it like for you realizing like how fucked up your childhood was? Because like
how far from normal.
yeah, because you had mentioned that you thought it was normal.
Yeah, I mean, when I was like a little bit younger, I thought it was normal. But as like I was getting a little older, that's when.
You start to see the world.
Yeah, I think when I was at 13, that's when I realized. Like,
Was there a
this is fucked
specific
up.
moment where you saw a different family or someone and you're like, oh, my situation is not like that?
Yeah, because I see it in school a lot. They're my classmates would have their parents, supporting them in the talent shows and stuff like that. Because I would join the talent shows a lot for singing, and yeah, the people who are joining the competition, their parents would always be there to support them and stuff, and I would be the only one who doesn't. Yeah.
So you were like, wow, all these parents are here supporting. All of their parents are here, and my parents are the only one not here. So clearly, my situation is not the typical one.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I wasn't even allowed to do that. Like I wasn't allowed to join competitions or anything.
You did that in secret, the talent show?
Yeah. I remember one time, and me and my brother used still laugh about it. There was one time I was late because I joined a singing competition, and I got in so much trouble. But I came home with a golden medal.
Oh.
Yeah,
God.
and I got in so much trouble, and I peed my pants, and because I was so scared of my stepdad.
Did he see the medal in your hand?
I didn't want to show it.
So
I felt like that would just make him even more mad.
Wow.
to see you succeeding in some way.
And they didn't really care, but I actually got 36 medals from.
You got 36 medals? Singing medals?
Yeah.
Wow.
Art, singing, like spelling bees, like mostly singing and art.
So you had this secret life where you were doing all these amazing things.
Yeah. And school was like my escape. Even if I was getting bullied, I didn't give a fuck because I'd rather be bullied like in school than be like beaten up and go through like shit at home. So,
dude, that's super. So you had this passion for singing going all the way back.
yeah.
When did you discover that passion for yourself? Because I've seen you on TikTok before you released this video, and it was very obvious that you are a very talented singer.
Thank you.
So I was wondering, like...
Yeah. So I started singing when I was 7. But I didn't really know I could sing up until my brother told me something like, oh, you're good at singing. And I'm like, oh, am I? Because I grew up with Mulan. I remember the movie Mulan and the song Reflection.
So you were just saying what the Disney film.
Yeah. And that song was like everywhere. And in the Philippines, that's like one of the go-to karaoke songs too, like Reflection, because it was sang by Lea Salonga. She's like a Filipino singer. And yeah. And I was singing that song and my brother's like...
You still have those medals you won in school?
Yeah, it's in the Philippines.
Awesome. It's what?
It's in my room in the Philippines.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got to get those for you.
Do you ever plan on going back?
Not really, but I mean, I told my sisters if
pack
they could, if they could send my old stuff.
You still have beef with your sisters, your older siblings?
I've forgiven them. Yeah,
because they were kids too, probably at the time.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, if your parents are calling you these horrible names, they're just like, yeah, fuck them.
It's the adults that you
so
have
I don't.
to.
Yeah, I don't really blame them for
That's good.
everything they did.
Would you just bulldoze that whole house if you could?
Oh yeah, I would fucking love to.
Just destroy that fucking house.
I was actually thinking about that.
Music video?
Oh my gosh.
You should, man. Well,
and that house is huge. It has like 7 rooms, and
really,
yeah,
you should
it's
destroy
huge.
it.
I just want to fuck it up. Like
I want you to do that.
And like I feel like my brother he said that they're trying to give it to him like
Good. Let's
and he doesn't
destroy
even
it.
want it.
Take it so you guys can just bulldoze it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even want it, but okay.
Dude, you remember? It just reminded me. There's a scene I think in Forrest Gump where she does that. Jenny.
Oh.
She goes back to the old house she grew up in, and Forrest Gump like destroyed it. Am I remembering that correctly?
I don't remember that movie, but the movie's
I love that.
pretty
Movie.
good.
Yeah, I love that movie. Dude, you got to destroy that house. I want that for you.
I mean, my sisters are still living there, so
You can
probably
get them a new
not.
place. You're crushing it.
Yeah.
Just be like, listen, guys. I gotta destroy this house.
So back in the Philippines, you must be like a mega star, right?
People know about your success there?
I'm assuming they know about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, my school bullies actually reach out to me. They're like, oh my gosh, like when you come back, let us know. We'll throw a party for you.
Oh my
Like,
How does
dude,
that feel? Whoa, how odd. Because when you were there, everyone was treating you like shit. Now everyone wants to be your friend. That's odd.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
more fun
I thought we were just playing, probably.
Yeah.
They're saying.
Yeah.
How does it feel though? Would you consider doing something like that?
Yeah, I actually want to go back to the Philippines. Not like at the old house that I used to live in, but I would want to visit the Philippines because I don't know. I love the Philippines. I feel like it's a huge part of me.
Of course.
It's my home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I love Philippines. Yeah.
What would you say? I know we've talked about a lot of the negative aspects of your experience in the Philippines. What are things that you like about the Philippines?
People. The people are always happy, and that's what I noticed. Like they wouldn't know what the fuck's going on. They'd be just smiling like, hey, what's up?
Interesting.
But strangers, like they're always nice to strangers or like visitors, and yeah, if you're lost, they could always tell you where to go. And
Just as long as you're not being abused by your parents.
yeah, and if you're a foreigner and you know English, like they have really good English in the Philippines.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is that?
So in schools, it's taught.
It's taught.
And
Okay.
yeah, it's like a priority to know English.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's the same
Oh,
way
Dan
in
is saying it
Israel.
was a U.S. colony, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know, Dan said that.
Yeah, it's also like if you know English, it means you're very educated.
Oh, so it's like a status.
Yeah.
Got it. So you joined the Navy at 18, I'm presuming. Around
17.
17?
Yeah.
Oh, can you join? I didn't know you could join at 17.
You just got a waiver signed.
And they were like, yes.
Yeah. And yeah, it was fun. I had so much freedom. I feel like the first
Ironic.
yeah, I just remember in boot camp, everybody was like crying because they missed their mom and their dad. And I was over there and I was like the youngest and I was the tiniest. And I'm like,
This is the best thing ever.
slumber party? Like what? We're in the room. We're all sleeping together. This is like my first time
That is
actually having a sleepover.
I mean,
I
that's
was
just
so
so
excited.
ironic that you went to the Army to gain
To be
your freedom.
free.
Yeah.
Which is like the kind of, it's even like, you know, it's almost like a metaphor for losing your freedom, right?
Yeah.
And your individuality.
Mhm.
But there you kind of gained that, which kind of just speaks to how fucked up things were for you. Did you make friends there in the Army or the Navy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the first
day of
friends?
boot camp, like even the people I went to boot camp with, I'm still really close
That's really
with
cool.
them. And in boot camp, my first day in boot camp, it was so weird. I don't know what to expect, and everybody was just like, you know, like, we don't know what's gonna happen and shit like that. But as soon as we get there, there's like people yelling at our faces, and then next thing you know, someone says, "Who's a soprano?" And I
Oh, they
was
asked
like,
about singing?
who's a soprano? And that's literally it. That's all the question he asked. And everybody was like confused, like, what the fuck does he mean? And I raised my hand. I'm like, I'm a soprano. And the people around me were confused because like they don't know what a soprano is. And I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, I was in choir. So it's basically like if you join choir, you know what a soprano, alto, and stuff like that. And yeah. And he was like, okay, everybody that raised their hands, let's go to another room. And they took us in another room and he basically said, okay, so this division, you guys are going to be a musical division.
What?
And
What?
you will be performing in boot camp graduations.
Since when does the Navy have a musical department?
I mean, it's for boot camp, like graduation, like ceremony. So when someone, you know, those people that hold the flag.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's basically us and people
wow.
who play the trumpet.
So it's like almost like, God, that's just amazing how, you know, immediately you're making friends, you're singing.
Yeah. And there's other
Interesting.
people that was good at singing with me, and
Mhm.
I met people that knew how to play the trumpet. And like the people that were spinning the rifles and stuff.
Mhm.
Pretty cool to watch them like practice that. But
Wow.
it was fun because 6 days of the week we go through like rough training and stuff.
hmm
And on the 7th day, like every Sunday, we just get to practice for like a boot camp graduation. So it was fun. It was just like a whole day of me singing, memorizing songs and stuff.
So you must have been like maybe, were you kind of like happy for the first time there in the Navy?
Yeah, I was really, really happy.
Wow.
And there were days where people would receive mail, like letters and stuff. And I would only get one. It's from my brother. And everybody's like, wow, you got a letter. I'm like, yeah, it's from my brother. And all of them are just like, they have like a whole box of like goodies, and I have a fucking letter. But yeah, it's funny.
It's nice of your brother
Yeah.
to send you a letter. What a guy.
How does it work? Do you go back home every like every month or something, or
no,
you just
so-
go?
Boot camp is like 3 months. And you basically, you can't do anything. You can't go, you can't even go like on Facebook or anything, like no computer, anything
Yeah.
like that, just training.
Yeah.
And then after that, then you get to take leave and meet your family.
So what did you do during leave?
I didn't take it.
You just
because-
stayed on the base?
Yeah, on our graduation, so I had to perform, you know, like choir and stuff. Everybody's parents were like waiting for
The same
everybody.
story,
and,
like the talent
Yeah.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was time for us to leave. And I was like, fuck, I don't have anybody to hang out with. So it was that day after graduation, you get to go on dinner with your family or your friends that visit you. But I didn't have anybody. So one of my good friends decided, oh, yeah, you can come with us. Yeah. She was super sweet.
So you went with her family?
Yeah, her mom was super sweet. I love her. Yeah.
Is that tough always being reminded of that? Like when you see all the friends and family, or are you just kind of used to it?
Yeah, by now I'm used to it. But back then I was like, I get really like,
It's very uncomfortable. I mean, to say the least, right?
yeah, it's very, very sad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
So you graduate from boot camp, and then you take like I don't know what's called, but I think you like sign a contract with the Navy and do like a service with them.
Yeah, so I signed a 4-year contract with the Navy and I did my full time. Yeah, I'm so happy because like the Navy taught me a lot of things. Like you could be like the tiniest person in the room and you could still carry like the biggest fucking submachine guns and stuff. But yeah.
Did you carry submachine guns?
Yeah.
What was your job in the Navy?
I was in aviation ordnance, so I had to take care of basically any weapons that go into an aircraft.
Wow, a weapons expert? So wait, what was your job with the weapons exactly?
We take them apart and then we clean them.
The
and then
big ass like helicopter guns?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
And then we put them back together and then we make sure they work for when the air crew or pilot decide to use them. And yeah, I also took care of like rockets and
Dude, that's crazy.
yeah.
You ever nervous working around that kind of stuff?
For the first time, I was really nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, how if I drop this? Like, I don't want to.
Like a big ass rocket or
yeah.
something?
And they used to make fun of me because like half of the things I would carry is like
Your
my
size.
size. So like, they would always make fun of me because I would always carry this. You guys know like a GAU 21. It's like a machine gun.
Okay, let me pull up a picture. I want to see what that looks like. It's
Yeah,
called a
so-
GAU 21.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
GAU 21. And it's like
Minigun.
taller than me.
So this was something that was on a helicopter? Like
yeah, it's for a helicopter.
Okay, here it is. Bro, what the fuck? Look at the
my
size of
God.
this thing.
Yeah, so they would let me carry this, and this is like 90 pounds. It's like
Oh my
Why they do that to you? Or they're just like, fuck it, everyone's supposed to wait around here?
they think it's funny, but
Oh,
I
they're
still
just messing
do
with
it.
you?
But I still do it. I'm like, yeah, I fucking got this. I might be tiny, but I fucking got it, you know. But
So were you on a boat?
yeah, I was
How
on
was
a
that?
ship, and it was hard. At first, I had like motion sickness and stuff.
Oh, being on a boat.
I'd be like
all the
carrying this gun. I would put this in my shoulder and like go through like a flight of stairs, and the boat would be moving. And yeah, it taught me a lot of courage.
Oh God, that's hard work, man.
And it would be raining, so sometimes it would be really slippery.
Wow.
Fuck. Yeah, it's giving me like the memories.
Flashbacks?
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks.
What kind of
right now.
aircraft were you on?
I was in a
Aircraft?
aircraft carrier.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was in an aircraft carrier. It's pretty big. You'd never actually get lost in it. I thought you'd get lost in it, but
It's
How
very
long do you-
intuitive,
Yeah.
like going around.
How long do you spend at sea? Like,
6 months
Wow.
out of the year. Yeah.
does that get claustrophobic or something?
No, because it was also fun because we get to hit ports. I went to
Oh.
Australia.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so you can get off, enjoy it.
Yeah.
How long do you
Wow.
get out? And like if you go to Melbourne or something, how long?
3 to 4 days.
Any of the countries that you visited, do you kind of like have this fondness for?
I think Singapore was my favorite one.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so pretty. There's literally no trash anywhere.
Really?
They're like a wealthy country, right?
Yeah.
They have like oil or something. I don't know why.
I don't know. But I just know you're not allowed to chew gum or something like that.
Wait, is that the country
what?
where the prime minister like murders drug dealers, or is that the Philippines?
I think that's the Philippines.
Yeah. Wait, is he's the one that he says he wants to kill drug dealers and drug users?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the Philippines. Yeah. Yeah, in Singapore it's so pretty and people are so nice. And yeah, that's my favorite one.
So was there like mingling? Did you have like romantic connections on the boat in the Navy? Because like I'm just wondering what was kind of like your dating life coming out of.
It's funny because I got dumped while I was in deployment, and I mean I was in a relationship with him before like we went on deployment, and we're not on like the same ship. So
you were in a relationship with someone in Texas?
No. I never had a relationship ever until I joined the Navy.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So sorry, misunderstood. So you were out. He was stayed, and you were out on the boat, and he dumped you. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So that was your first relationship.
Yeah, and I guess like he cheated on me, and he wanted to move on to the next girl. So I mean, at least he broke up with me.
That's true.
But yeah,
you can say something nice about it.
Yeah, I just remember like getting an email, because
email breakup. Oh, I guess is that the only way?
There's no phone signals.
Right.
We can't use our phone, so it was on email. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. I'm breaking up with you.
Damn,
don't ever email me back.
Why is it so cruel? Why is everyone so mean? Don't ever email me back.
Yeah, and so it's so. I mean, it's so dramatic because I walk out and then I go to the flight deck and all you see is the ocean, and then you see like a dolphin, jump out of the freaking water, and then there's the sunset, and then I'm just like sad. It's so dramatic.
Right.
And like, but I don't know. It's funny because I think about it still.
How is it like kind of forming relationships coming out of the kind of upbringing you've been through? Do you have a hard time connecting to people or boys in general, men?
I didn't really know anything about getting into a relationship. Here's a funny story, actually. So in A school, so after boot camp, you go to A school. It's a training where they tell you like about the aircraft and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through that training in Florida, Pensacola. And so that time I had bought my first phone, and it's like my first ever phone. And that's when I started like meeting new people. And there was this one guy that got my number, and he said, "Oh, we should go on a date. Let me take you out on a cute date." And I'm like, "Okay, sure, let's go." And we ate on this fancy like seafood place, and then we got back home. And then after that, because I was staying inside base, and the girls and the guys are not supposed to like be together. Like it's we're like in separate buildings. So he's like, when he was taking me back to my building, he's like, "Okay, I'll text you tomorrow or later, I'll see you again." And I said bye. And the next day he didn't text me back.
So that
and I was crying to my roommate.
Aww.
And I told her, "I think my boyfriend broke up with me."
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God.
And then she's like, "Wait, we've only been here for like a week or something. And how the fuck do you have a boyfriend now?" And I told her the story. Like, he texted me. We went on a date, and he never answered me today. So that means he broke up with me, right? And he's like, "First off, he didn't even ask you if you could be his girlfriend. That's not how it works."
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, so they have to ask you that?" Because like in the Philippines, it's different. It's different. Like if you're out seen on a date, that means you guys were already together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you thought he was asking you, "Let's be together."
Yeah, I really thought that was the dinner.
Wow.
Like I thought it was him asking me, "Oh, okay. Like, okay, I guess we're together."
Wow. So it's been a slow there's been a learning curve.
That was my first, that I don't really say that was my first boyfriend now because, but that was my experience.
Of course, your first,
That was my experience.
And so, like, do you remember, like, your first kiss? Was that a big deal for you? Like, all these small moments?
And it was terrible. Like, my
awkward.
first kiss, he smoked a lot of cigarettes. And the taste in my mouth, ugh.
You didn't expect that?
Yeah, I don't like it.
So was that your boyfriend or just a different guy you went on a date with?
I think I was drunk with some friends when I kissed the dude in a bar.
Oh, well,
but yeah,
at a bar.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's still things you feel like there's still things you're learning. I mean, there's got to be so much stuff. Like there's just stuff in everyday life where you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I just found out about this. Oh, that.
Yeah, I would literally ask my friends all the time, like, how does it work? Like, how does this work? Like,
Do you remember any specific ones where you're like, oh, that's how it works? That's like so obvious to everyone else.
like straightening my hair. I remember asking my roommate how to straighten my hair because I had never straightened my hair before, and I had really like curly hair. And yeah, she basically taught me how to put on makeup, and yeah,
Wow.
and we went out everywhere we go. So she was showing me like the malls and
Did a mall blow your mind?
Huh?
Did the mall blow your mind?
Oh yeah. I was like, what? And then yeah, it was so much fun because I never really got to experience that before.
Do you make like decent amount of money when you're at the Navy?
Yeah, they pay us pretty good. Like we don't have to pay for like housing or food. So yeah.
You have money to play around with, which you probably never had any money. So
Yeah.
$1,000 to use might as well be $1 million, right?
Yeah.
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 Wow.
It was really fun. And I would always ask one thing I got made fun of is like I would always ask permission to do anything.
Of like your commander or your chief or whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
so like, oh, can I go to the mall this weekend, or can I go play bowling this weekend? Like, dude, you don't have to ask us that. You
So
know,
your officers were getting annoyed, like stop asking us for permission.
Yeah, because like you know, I grew up having to ask permission for a sip of water. So
Really?
Yeah, I have
that controlling.
yeah, that controlling. So
Going to the restroom.
yeah, basically. So I wasn't used to just having freedom, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. The Navy is like freedom.
Oh man.
Well, everybody's like, oh, I gotta take leave to go see my family. Like, I gotta take leave to go here and there. I'm like, why do you have to go there if you have everything? Like, you can go
Didn't even
anywhere.
understand
Yeah,
that. Right.
yeah. So I was happy.
So when's the first time? So you were in the Navy for 4 years, and I guess at the end of 4 years, you had an option to like renew your contract or to go do something. So what did you decide?
I decided to leave. I mean, I didn't really have an option because my mental health was getting really bad in the military. And so my doctors decided, we don't think you should renew your contract. I think you should just take a break.
What kind of symptoms were you experiencing?
I was really depressed, like very depressed, and like my PTSD was getting worse. Yeah.
So you were like, withdrawn? Were you like suicidal at any point? Really?
Yeah, very suicidal.
Really?
Yeah. That to the point that I had to always have a roommate with me to watch over me. Yeah.
You wanted to you had like visions of wanting to hurt yourself, or like what was it like for you at the time?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and also I actually attempted.
You did?
Yeah.
You attempted once while you were in the Army?
Yes, in the Navy, and I had to be in a psych ward for like 5 days. And yeah, it was, after that, it gave me a lot of like, it put like a sense to me, like people care about me. Because when I was in the psych ward, like all the people I worked with and all my friends were like visiting me every single day. And
Wow.
yeah, they cared about me. So yeah, that made me realize a lot of things.
It's interesting when you talk about the Navy to me, because it's almost like a story of two lives. It's like one of freedom and this joy and thrill of having, but then on the other side, this really dark depression.
Yeah.
Were those two things kind of always living side by side for you?
Yeah, it was. I felt like happiness was like very, very short, and then I go back home and I'm alone in my room and it's just very dark. Yeah.
And so you finish your service at the Navy, basically on the recommendation of your therapist.
Yeah.
Were you wanting to extend?
Part of me, yes, because I didn't know what else.
What else
Right.
to do?
Right.
Where do you
I
go?
mean, I saved up money, but I was like, that's probably gonna last me like another year, and that's it.
It must be scary though to be like, okay, I got to leave the Navy. I have nowhere to go. I have no idea what I'm going to do. So what happens?
The Navy actually like helps you get into college, or get a job. Yeah. So I was in the process of doing that, but then again, my doctors were telling me to like, don't push yourself too much.
Well, what did they want you to do?
They want me to take a break.
Well, what does that mean? Just sit at home? I mean,
they actually want to put me in those homes where a lot of I forgot what it's called, but
Like
it's like a program
home?
where they
that's-
take care of people that are struggling with their mental health. It's like putting you in a psych ward, but with more freedom.
right.
Like, yeah.
Wow. So they were really concerned about you.
Yeah,
at the
they were
time.
really concerned about me because I'm about to get out of the Navy. And
Right.
yeah, and I didn't really have family like, that I want to go back home to. And my brother, he's still in the military, so I can't go just live with him, So I'm basically by myself, and so they cared about me a lot. And yeah.
I was just going to say, like, despite feeling so bad, it must have felt nice to know that these people actually
Yeah.
wanted to take care of you.
Yeah.
Were your parents expecting you to come back after you were done? No.
Yeah,
They never checked
they
in on
knew.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they knew I wasn't. Yeah.
And so, well, what happened?
So I said, okay, I'm gonna go take a break. And I got out of the military and I decided to live with my friend who's still in the military. So I was living with him. And so he was like a really close friend of mine because I worked with him, and so he knows like how my mental state is, and so he cared about me. So he's like, okay, you can stay at my house, and he has like other roommates too. And yeah, I made really good friends.
And where were you living at the time?
I was in
Fredo.
Hawaii,
Sorry.
in Waianae.
Oh, you were in Hawaii.
Yeah. So yeah, I was
Nice.
stationed there for like my last year in the Navy, and it was really great. I'm so grateful that they stationed me there because it's amazing. It's paradise. So
you ended up living with your friend. And for how long were you there? Did you end up working or just taking it easy? Like,
Yeah,
what was your life like during that time?
So my friends were very supportive. So like every weekend we would go on hikes and stuff. Yeah, so they took care of me, and then
What did you do all week?
basically slept, played video games. I played a lot of Fortnite. And
Was
then
that your first experience with video games? Because this is kind of something that was never accessible to you.
Minecraft was my first one. I was in the military, and everybody was playing Minecraft.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, Minecraft
Everybody,
is
and-
unbeatable. Should I play Minecraft? I've never played Minecraft.
Yeah, I think you should.
I've honestly been thinking.
I think you'd love it.
Sorry to make this about me, but I've been thinking about starting a Minecraft series just because I don't know anything about it. And it'd be a total
I think
gag.
it'll be fun. Yeah.
Dan's saying play with Theodore. I think he's a little young for that, Dan. 2-year-old playing Minecraft?
You gotta start young.
Yeah, yes. So you're playing Minecraft, Fortnite. What was it like
I
playing?
played a lot of Tekken too. And
Tekken?
Yeah,
Oh
you guys
shit,
play Tekken.
okay, let's go.
Yeah, here's a funny story. So on deployment, they would set up these gaming tournaments just to boost morale. Because, if you're in the middle of the ocean and everybody just gets depressed, And so, yeah, they would set up those tournaments, and I would always win for
As
Tekken.
Tekken? How
Yeah.
did you get so good at Tekken?
Well, when I was growing up, my brother had a PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only games we had was Tekken, Prince of
Love
Persia,
that game.
what else? Mortal Kombat, I think. But I didn't really play that growing up. But I mainly played Tekken.
So you got really crazy good at Tekken.
And the thing about that too is we didn't have like a card to save like the data and stuff. So if you want to unlock a character, you'll have to
Every time?
every single time.
Oh, shit.
So yeah. So that's how I got good at it.
So you were
and-
at Tekken boot camp at home. You're just
Yeah,
at Tekken all day.
Yeah,
Every day.
I mean, not really.
Wow.
Like I would sneak in to like to play video games because I wasn't really allowed, you know.
Mhm.
But every chance I get, like when my parents are gone, like when they're going grocery shopping,
That's got to get you some respect in the Navy, though. Being that good at Tekken, right?
yeah, and I would always win using Panda. And everybody's like, "There's no fucking way she's got to be cheating." Like, definitely, because Panda is like a little slow,
Oh,
you know. Yeah, but I feel like he's the strongest.
I got in one of my only fights over Tekken when I was a kid. You know, Paul. He's got this move where he sweeps and then elbows. The super cheesy combo. So I had a friend from around the corner who came over, and we used to play Tekken at home. And I used to just always hit him with the sweep, and the sweep and
You would
elbow.
just spam that.
Oh yeah, just sweep and elbow all day, and he couldn't deal with it. And one time he got so angry, he threw the controller down and put me in a headlock, like just pure anger and
my
violence because I kept owning him with my sweep and elbow. And then my dog at the time fucking was so badass. Just this little dog, a little bigger than Alfredo, jumps up and bites his arm the minute he put him in a headlock, and he left crying. And I was like, I love that dog so much. It was awesome.
That's so cute.
Yeah, Tekken's serious business.
It is.
So you're living in this house. For how long are you living there?
For months.
A few months.
A few months.
And how's your mental health during this time in the house?
It was, I would say it was the same, but a little better because I didn't have to get stressed like at work, you know? Like I didn't really have other.
The stressors of having to do your daily tasks and stuff.
Yeah. So.
And then so after a few months, what happens?
I decided to move to another place, Maui.
Oh, you moved to somewhere else in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And so
I moved
what was
to
that?
Maui and it was great. I thought I would like Maui because it was like less people and people said it's like, you know, the country of the countryside and just more nature and stuff. Yeah, I wanted to just start a new life
And were you living by yourself?
with friends.
Oh, okay. So you guys all decided to move there.
Yeah.
Well, how did you end up in LA?
Yeah, so I downloaded TikTok.
While you were in
because-
Maui.
While I was in Maui.
How long ago was this?
Like January last year.
So it's been like a year and a half
2020?
only.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, life comes at you fast. So a year and a half ago, you're sitting in Maui. You say you're seeing this TikTok app. Are you
Actually,
hearing
my
about it?
friends were forcing me to get it because they fucking every single day they would send me these videos from TikTok, and I didn't even have the app downloaded. So when I click the link, it takes me to like
Some
Safari.
shitty browser.
Yeah, and then it would show me the video, and then they're like, "Just fucking get the app, dude!" Like, and then I decided, okay, let me download it, and yeah, I downloaded TikTok and just watching videos, got addicted to it.
And then when did you decide, like, hey, I should try to make a video? Because that's a big step, right? From consuming
Yeah.
to actually making your own video.
So like I was talking about earlier, like the manifestation talk.
Mhm.
It was a lot in my For You page. There was a
Oh,
lot of them in
interesting.
my For You page. And so I was like, oh, let me try it out. And then I put go viral on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
And how long did that take you?
A few months.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't start I didn't start my videos up until like January, February, March. So
Do you remember the first like TikTok you made? What were the kind of videos you were making?
it was of me singing and it got like 100 views and I decided to take it down.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Because I was like, it's been hours. It only has 100
oh, nobody
views
cares. You're
and 3
embarrassed.
comments. Like, ew.
That seems like a lot though, right? Kind of for a first post.
yeah, that is
That's
a
kind
lot.
of good.
But I was like, fuck, like I want to go viral.
You
but,
felt
I mean,
embarrassed.
yeah, so I took it down, and my friends were like, "Why the fuck did you take it down?" It was so good. I'm like, "Cause I got shy, I got anxious, you know."
Okay, so when was the first one you left up?
Video game related one. Yeah. It was of me just lip syncing to an audio, and it was me holding a controller and like a video. Yeah.
And did people watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, they
People
did.
watched it, yeah.
So this was just your.
I think it had like 10K views.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you consider that viral? I mean,
No.
as somebody who
Yeah, because like I was aiming for like millions.
millions, that's viral.
Yeah, I was aiming for millions.
And so, how long before you got a million view video?
When I did my first face zoom video,
Mhm.
and it was like the open up the safe, bitches gotta let.
That was your first viral one?
Yeah, I got a million. It got a million views, and then I decided to take it down
Really?
Why?
because half of the comments were really negative
About
Really?
what?
about me, like
Just your looks
my
and
face,
everything?
my face zoom, and
Well, people get so
just like my
angry.
makeup. I did that pink cheek makeup look, and yeah, people were just like talking shit, like, how the fuck does this have a million likes? And
Yes.
yeah, and at the time, you know, I was very new to like creating content, and I took that personally. So it broke my heart, and I was like, damn, people are fucking ruthless, like mean. And then to the point that they were making fun of my face, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this down because it's so negative.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
Did it take you a while to be like, okay, I want to keep posting?
Yeah. It took me a day or two to realize, you know what, I shouldn't give a fuck, you know? Because that's what my friends told me. They're like, dude, you were in the Navy. You should
That
you
sucks.
learn
It's
not
just
to like
yeah,
so don't fucking give a fuck what other people think, you know? Just
the internet is so brutal, man.
yeah. And I decided to make more content. And
Did it immediately take off again, or was it like slow?
yeah, it was slow. Actually, when I had the M to the B,
Mm-hmm.
I already had like 500,000 followers.
That's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
not that much, though.
Yeah, it's not
considering
much,
how
but-
much you grew from that one video.
Really?
Yeah.
That
That-
sounds like a lot to me.
Well, that empty. Well, now how many do you have? You have like 70
Well,
million
yeah.
or something. I don't know
Yeah.
the number. So your growth
But
after that must
starting
have been
from
insane.
zero, it's like
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
insane.
you're right.
all
Half a
happening
million
so
is,
fast.
is like you're just like you're a TikToker. I mean, half a million people, but that video, I have the stats here. I don't know if you know this, Hila. It's the most liked. Is it the most viewed? Also,
Not viewed, but the most liked.
TikTok of all time. And that's so that was your next viral hit.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you after that one? Here, can I watch it? And probably not. I'll get claimed.
oh.
I'll mute it though. Fuck it. Yeah, mute this. That's so interesting. When I saw this, I was like, oh, I figured you were already super famous. I didn't realize that. 50 million likes. God damn, dude. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I think
You
it's...
notice like I had a band-aid on my chin.
No. What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I had a band-aid on my chin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
see it now. Oh my god, I've never seen that.
Why, did you have a pimple or something?
Yeah, I had a
Oh.
pimple. I wanted to hide.
That's
I
so
didn't
funny.
notice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because this actually took me 2 hours to
get it
perfect
right. I believe
I had
that.
like 100 drafts.
Yeah, I totally
Making
believe
this
that.
video.
I mean, it's like perfect.
Yeah, I told like my roommates like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to focus. Get out of my room. But yeah.
So what was the growth like after that one? Because that video was, wow. Yeah.
I mean, I woke up and then I saw that it blew up and I was like, oh, it'll slow down. And
How
then the
many
next
views?
day and the next day. I just remember seeing like 1 million likes in the first day. And I was
Oh
like,
my
that was the
God.
fastest one that I uploaded that got a lot of attention in the first day.
And then were you reading the comments or were you?
No,
were you,
I learned not to.
You're like, don't even read.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
But-
that too, for the most part.
Yeah, I have this rule. Like, I can read the comments for the first 10 minutes when I upload something. Yeah,
People are nice then.
because people are nice. Yeah,
Once it goes like
Can I
mega.
hit your
that's
water?
when
Hila?
people start hating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good rule.
My rule is I'll just read like the top few. On YouTube, maybe it's different.
YouTube.
I don't really look at TikTok comments, but on YouTube, I'll look at like the top 5, which are generally fans and nice people. And you can't go any deeper than that. God help you if you do. Yeah. So you had like a few million, and you said it just kept going up. Now it's got like,
Yeah.
how many views does it have? Like 500 million or something?
Yeah, half. Yeah,
Crazy.
it's crazy.
Crazy.
And I'm it's still like the likes and the views are still going because people keep rechecking it. Like, oh, just checking like how many likes it has now. Like,
I think when
Yeah.
people sign up for TikTok, they show it to them too. Because if they haven't seen it, they're like, oh, well, here's this video that everybody loves.
Yeah,
Man.
and so I was like, wow, my manifestation happened really fast.
You're really good at it.
You don't even have to think about it. I felt like, I don't know, like I never even think about it. Like I just see it on the piece of paper and I just go on about my day.
I'm legit.
Yeah.
I think what I really like about it is it forces me to focus on specific goals, which I think is really important. Man. So now you are in Hawaii still. Your account is blowing up. Are you starting to make money at any point?
No, during that time, the creator fund wasn't a thing yet.
God, you would have made so much money from that video.
Yeah.
Or maybe you still do now. Like at what point did the creator fund come up in your career?
I think it was a month after the M to the B video came out.
When it came out, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I just wish. Yeah. So, I started making money from the creator fund, And so for like the first month, the M2B video blew up. A lot of people reach out to me. They're like, oh, do you need a management team? Like,
just from that one video.
yeah, just from that one.
Dude.
And yeah, so there was like a couple, and then that's where I met my managers now.
Your current managers.
Yeah.
Who you obviously are very close with.
Yeah. They're family to me now. Yeah. And it's funny because they messaged me from like a verified account and the the profile picture
Yeah.
is like a cowboy and it's like a crying face. And I'm like,
I'm like crying.
and I asked my friend, is this sketchy to you? Like, why is this verified account with like a few thousand followers asking me if I need like, management and stuff like that? They're like, just talk to them.
You you researched about them a little bit. Like, how did that come to be? How did you decide on them amongst all these other people interested?
They were the only ones that didn't ask to sign a contract.
Oh.
The first day. So
Smart.
That's really smart of you, dude.
they were the only ones that were willing to meet up with me before I signed any papers.
Smart.
And they were the only ones willing enough to like spend time with me and get to know me more and get to know them more.
That's really smart of you, I have to say, especially like being new to the industry and not knowing much, because a lot of the times these blossoming artists really get creamed by bad management deals.
Yeah, I was scared that was going to happen. But yeah, that's actually how so you asked, how did I get to LA? And so my managers decided to fly me out.
So did they come out to Hawaii to meet you?
No.
They flew you out to meet them? Oh, cool.
To LA.
They paid for everything.
They paid for everything.
That's a serious like gesture.
And 2 weeks became 8 months.
Oh, you haven't gone
You
back?
never went back.
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
Wait, do you still have all your shit in Hawaii?
I had my friends
They
send them.
shipped it?
Yeah.
So you never went back?
I never went back to Maui. No.
What the hell?
It was only going to be a 2-week thing, and then it became months.
So what happened? How did you decide to end up staying here? I mean,
I decided to make a career, and I was told like I get to pursue my dream, to be an artist. Like I always wanted to.
they're like, we believe in you, your vision. We want to support you.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck it, I'm not going back. Let's do it. Manifestation time.
And it was hard for like people to take me seriously at the time because all I did was make faces. But as soon as I started putting out singing videos and stuff, they're like, oh, she actually could sing. Like, okay.
This is very interesting. Was your goal always to become a musician, a musical artist?
Yeah, I mean, in school they would ask me, "What's your dream job?" And I'm like, "I'm an artist." And then I said, "I want to be an artist, but if it doesn't work out, a veterinarian."
A veterinarian? You have a good farm experience.
Yeah, I do.
So, I think that's good for people to know. I feel like that's an important kind of note in your life, is that the singing passion is the thread throughout. Because I think there's people that are, like you've mentioned, they write people on TikTok and YouTube. Because let's be honest. There's a lot of people on social media who try to become artists, and it's like, it's clearly not their passion, and that's why it sucks. But it's interesting that from you, from the beginning, it's always been about singing. People always make fun of the way I say singing.
Singing.
What do I do? I don't understand what I'm saying wrong.
I didn't know people make
Well,
fun of
I
it.
knew that when I said singing, I felt, say singing.
Singing.
Singing. I hit
It's
the G too hard. But I don't know how not to.
Singing.
Singing. I swear to
Now
God.
it sounds funny.
I
Yeah,
can't
it does sound a little.
say singing.
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 So you don't hit the G so hard. You go singing.
Singing.
Singing. Yeah.
Singing. I don't know how to not hit that G. Running. Run, or no.
Yeah, you're saying it right.
Running. But it doesn't, yeah, but it doesn't have that second G. That's the problem.
Singing.
What's another word with the double G?
Banging.
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 Banging. I have a problem with that. I just realized.
Yeah.
Say banging.
Banging.
Oh, see, say banging.
Banging.
Banging. I don't know what's wrong. I literally can't do it. Anyway, banging. Singing. Wow, what a ride. So you move out to LA. They help you find housing and stuff because it's a big city. It's like,
I was living in hotels for months.
I kind of noticed that. I was watching your TikToks. I was like, why is she living in a hotel? It's
People were making fun of me. They're like, oh, is this a different hotel? Nice. New hotel. Like every single video. Yeah, because it would be like different settings. Like for like every week, I would be in a different place. So they figured, oh, wow.
Did they pay for that? It's expensive, no?
I mean, I was paying for it, but.
And what was your primary source of income? Just the creator fund?
Creator fund and like promotions.
You started getting ad offers and stuff through your agency or through TikTok?
Just through my management.
Management? That's awesome. Probably some big ass deals where you're like, holy fuck. Did that ever happen when you got...
Yeah.
You're like, what? They want to pay me how much?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
So you're in LA.
What is it like gaining audience on TikTok? Like, do they get invested in you as a person? Or is it just kind of like all these viral moments where people don't really know you or care about you?
Yeah. I noticed that people were so curious about me because I never talked in my videos.
I was.
Yeah.
So they're like, what is she like? Like, what's her personality? And recently I've been showing it more. And they're like, oh, wow. Like, people that hated me on TikTok loved me on YouTube. Like they said they watched like they would watch like the podcast with like 100 Thieves and stuff like that. They say I'm a complete different person from like my lip syncing videos.
It's kind of a weird comment, don't you think? Because it's not like you're just, it's not like you're like
like
putting out so much there for them to make a judgment.
Yeah. So, and like, I think my fans are also like growing with me because they don't even ask for face zoom videos anymore.
I noticed you stopped.
Yeah.
Why did you stop doing the face zoom videos that you kind of got popular for?
I wanna bring more attention to music, and recently I've been working with more like good music coming up. So
you have. This is such an incredible time. I'm trying to cover it. So you're in the hotel, and this was just 8 months ago. And at what point do you start working on like Build a Bitch?
It started like, so after I got signed to my label, I think sometime before Christmas or something like that. I don't
And so the
remember.
label came through your management. They're putting all this together for you.
Yeah. Oh, was that a bug?
There's a fly bumped into you.
Yeah, so after that, I went to my first ever like recording session. And it was with Suburban. And I didn't know what to expect because it's like my first time recording, and I didn't.
Who's that? Like a producer or something?
Yeah, he's a producer and artist. He didn't know what to expect from me too because we never met before, and all he saw was my TikTok videos. So, yeah, he told me he thought I was gonna be really bad.
Oh, that's what he's like.
But I actually turned out really good, and he said that he's very glad that I turned out to be talented.
So you guys shot that in December. Now it's June. It came out like last month. Did it come out last month or the beginning of this month?
I mean, we shot it like October, like November, December. Like we kept working on it. And
dude, I can't believe how fast shit's moving for you. You came out here 8 months ago. You've been working on this music video. It just came out. It's like this nonstop climb.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like everything's happening so quickly.
It's gonna take. It takes time to acclimate. I mean, we've had like in our career, which has now been almost like a decade. It took me like 5 years, I'd say, to even like acclimate to kind of what was going on in our lives. Do you feel like you have acclimated, or is it all just like a blur still?
I feel like I'm just going going with the flow.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
It's the
I
grind.
don't understand what's going on, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I just do it. Like take the opportunity to do things, and it's also taking me out of my comfort zone. And yeah, I'm just basically challenging myself.
So I'm assuming you're working on like an album at this point?
An EP.
Oh, an EP. So like how many songs roughly? You don't want to
I'm
say?
not sure if I can say
You
it
don't
right
have to
now.
say.
Yeah.
But like a few, I know what you like, a few songs.
Yeah, a few songs.
Wow, exciting.
Yeah.
And I saw you're going on tour. So
Yes.
so you have one song. Are you going to be I'm assuming you're going to have more songs.
Yes.
by then.
A lot of people ask me, how are you going to go on tour with one song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have more songs ready.
Yes, I'll have more songs
Wow. A
before I go on tour.
Wow.
Yeah.
When is that?
Are there tickets on sale?
September. Yeah.
Wow.
September? Where can people buy tickets?
At the Virgil's Mania Tour.
Is there a website
It's
I
a
should
website.
plug?
Yeah.
I'll put it in the description. We'll get it from you guys.
Okay.
Is that crazy? Are people buying tickets? Are they selling
people
out?
are buying tickets, and they probably think it's only one song, so it's funny. But
That'd be awesome, though. That'd be kind of a great show. 3 minutes.
no, I'm so excited because I've only performed in like talent shows. Now I get to perform in like
Damn, that is
my
gonna be
own song.
amazing.
It's crazy.
Dan tells me we have 10 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I do have some questions that I want to ask you. I guess right out the back. So you're in LA, you're working. How's your mental health these days? How do you feel you're doing?
I see my therapist like weekly, so yeah, she helps me a lot, and it's a busy schedule, so I like it. I like that.
Distraction's good, right?
Distraction, and I always make sure I get lots of sleep. I take lots of naps, so
How many hours you sleep?
I would sleep like 8 hours a day and still take a nap like midday.
Wow.
Love that.
Yeah.
And so, are you medicated? Can I ask that?
Yeah, I take duloxetine. So.
Oh, which one's that? I take Lexapro.
Duloxetine? I don't know. I just take it because it's prescribed to me.
You
yeah,
feel
it's
it helps
supposed to
you?
help. Yeah, it's
Lexapro helped me a lot. I know that.
Yeah, it helps me because I used to have like lots of nightmares and yeah.
So it kind of helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you're taking care of all that. It's been through a lot. Any love life? Any interest?
I don't know. I'm so busy right now, but
So how long has it been since you've been in a relationship?
a year.
Was this the guy that Tex broke up with you?
No, it's
Okay.
a different guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I only had 2 ex-boyfriends.
So one that broke up with you and then this guy.
Yeah.
How'd that one end?
It was like, like you're leaving the military. I guess we can't be
Oh,
together.
he's
anymore.
in the military.
Yeah.
And so since then, it's just been work.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't like it. I mean, there's a lot of guys in my DMs.
You're an eligible
now,
bachelorette
but,
now.
I mean,
What do you think about that? Anything interesting in the DMs?
I gotta meet the person in order for me to like start like But yeah, I don't like the thought of like DMing someone. And,
Well,
like,
I agree.
Like a
or
fan?
responding to DMs and be like, oh, let's
meet up.
Yeah, I feel like I want to meet them like if I'm in a party and then I
Natural.
meet them and then they're like, oh, hi, you know. Yeah.
Yes. Well, okay. Here's something I want to ask you because I think you're going to have one, and I know we're running short on time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any ghost stories or supernatural experiences or alien visitations or anything like that?
I'm in the Philippines, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
So, I was like 3 at the time, and I was living with my grandma, and I remember before she passed away, a year ago, she was telling me about like how I used to be playing hide and seek by myself, and I remember just like playing with kids, you know, but in reality, like we didn't have neighbors at the time, and I was basically just playing with myself. But
That's spooky.
I still have a memory of me actually playing hide and seek.
You
like,
remember the kids?
yeah, I remember the kids. Like I don't remember
Wow.
what they look like, but I remember I was playing with kids. But when I told her this before, yeah, I remember how are they? Like how are the
Oh,
kids
you
that I
asked
used
her
to
that?
play?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and that's when she brought it up. We never had neighbors. So I don't know. You know, I mean, you were playing hide and seek by yourself, but we
So
didn't
she
have
remembers you
neighbors.
playing by yourself.
Yeah, I play by
What the
myself a lot.
hell? That is pretty spooky.
That's pretty
Yeah.
spooky.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Add that to the book.
The spook book? Oh, to her
Book
life
that
story
she
book?
could write.
Playing with ghosts.
This is like my go-to story when people ask me about it, because that's literally my only
That is
experience.
good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you're busy. I assume you're like, what are you doing day to day? You're going to go to the studio, record,
Yeah, I'm
right?
actually gonna go record more today
Awesome.
after this. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I have to say, first of all, honored that you came here for your first interview. And I think you're such a fascinating person, and you're so upfront and open, and your story is unbelievable, incredible. And I just wish the very best for you. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Like this is crazy. Like I've always watched you guys.
oh, you do?
Really?
I didn't know.
So and this is crazy too. Like I'm
Yes.
adding this to my special.
I'm so
podcast.
glad you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
amazing what
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
accomplishing
really
right
it
now.
is.
Just keep going.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should feel super proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep. I think you're right. Just don't look back. Just keep grinding. Just keep your head down. Keep grinding. Take care of yourself too.
Hmm.
You know,
Thank you.
whatever that means. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know. You know, it's
Mental
like
health.
your mental
Yeah.
health.
Hmm.
But it's good. You're surrounded by good people. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very grateful.
That's a good thing.
Like I have a really good management team and like my friends and
Yeah, your manager's a really nice guy. I like
and my
him.
brother's like an hour drive away from me. He's still like in the military, but he visits me like almost every weekend. So
Wow.
I'm so happy.
That's so important. I think especially in your position, as you become more and more famous and successful, it becomes harder to know who you can trust and stuff. So surrounding yourself with people that you've known from the beginning is so important.
It must be surreal for him. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah,
with
you always tell me, pinch me, because I feel like I'm dreaming or something, because it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
we've been through like a lot of shit. A lot of shit. Yeah.
Well, that was a wonderful conversation.
Yeah.
Bella Poarch going on tour. I'm going to put the link in the description. And boy, that was a fantastic conversation. Thanks for sharing. It was awesome.
And thank you guys for listening. Like I tell this to like my friends and they're always like in shock, like what? And
Thanks for listening.
we would
Yeah.
talk about it for hours and like
Yeah.
there's just so many things to talk
It's
about.
really an unbelievable story.
It is, yeah. Well, that's our show today. We'll see you guys on Friday. All the best. Hope we stay in touch. I know you and Ela you guys went shopping recently. How was
Yeah,
that?
we should go shopping again or hang out. Yeah.
You guys went to the Gucci store?
Yeah, it was fun. Checked
Hell
out
yeah.
some furnitures.
Oh yeah, they have furniture.
furniture?
Did you know that?
Yeah, they have some really cool.
Is it super? It's got to be really expensive Gucci furniture.
Yeah, very pricey.
10, 15.
We were just looking.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
checking them out.
Ela's a good person to shop with.
Yeah, she helped me buy my sunglasses and
Oh
I
yeah.
wear them all the time. It's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
them.